So since we finished the skin weights, we now want to kind of give you a general idea of what it looks like. Looks like he's working out pretty well. The arms look okay. A lot better than they did anyway. We're going to turn off the high quality. Now this is going to move fast, so pay attention. We're going to turn off all of our things here. We're going to put this mesh on a layer through our channel box. I'm going to call it Example Man. We're going to hit the visible button. We're going to turn off our controls by going back into our character controls. Next, we're going to go into our characterization tool, which can also be accessed through the skeleton, human IK. We're going to create a new character set. We're going to go over to this icon, hit character, rename, call this one motion capture. Since we're going to add a motion capture to it, you could hit pose if you wanted to, or type in pose. We're going to come back, open it up a little bit, because it's going to start it on 1, so the motion capture is going to be in movement. So it's going to be out here as opposed to be directly in the 0 or right in the center of the axis. So we're going to have to change that back to 0. Here we go. Put that at 0. Next thing we want to do, Window, General Editor, Visor. We're going to go over to our Mocap examples, and we can pick any one of these. Our character kind of looks like he's about to fight, so we're going to put him in a fight scene. Right click after you've selected it, hit import file into scene. Now that should place our character or our motion cap file directly in the center of the scene. That's kind of what we want. However, we need to be able to move this character up and into place. We don't need the mesh, so we can go ahead and just delete that. What we need is our character that we have a pose with. And if you notice, it's already in the timeline, or the time slider. Now, what we're really trying to do is get this particular rig in the same direction that the other rig is in. So we're going to turn back on our rig. We're going to our character 1. And indeed, it is going the same direction. So that's kind of what we want. At this point, we want to continue characterizing this new rig. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and make sure we're on our mocap, and we're going to select each bone accordingly. And it actually goes left to right, and you can go through your whole character. I'm going to pause the video while we do this. So now our characterization is valid. Once we've gone through all that, we want to make sure that we save our character, and then we lock it. I'll go up to my file, save, then we'll lock. We'll go from here. Alright, so now once we've gotten this far, we want to make sure that we select underneath our characterization tool our character, which is basically our example man. We then want to go over to our character controls, and what we're going to do here is set our source not to the control rig but to the mocap, because that's the source that we want to apply to our example man. That should throw our rig down below in the exact same position. Now because we are at 0, these obviously don't line up, and they won't, because it's fit to our character, but the other one's fit to the actual mocap. We throw it up here, and as you can see, you have your character. But what we want to do next is we want to go to this, and we want to turn our visibility back on. Now, our character is in position.